You have been wanting to play Megalith but lack the sauce to make it spicy. There's a one card combo that will flex your gameplay over 9,000. All we need for this particular combo is one copy of Diviner of Herald. Yeah, so one card combo. We have to activate the effect of Diviner of Herald upon normal summoning. We're gonna send the Herald of the Arclight to the graveyard, and we're gonna add to our hand a copy of our Habikiri. Yes, this doesn't be the line you guys are expecting. Trust me, it's a totally different line. We are gonna summon and then tribute. No, not our Sanji, but we are gonna tribute our Diviner. We are gonna get a double chain here. Chain one, link 1 will be our Zaji. Chain link 2 will be our Diviner. Boom, Diviner will be special summon our novel monster from the deck, and Zanji will be giving us the search to our Mitsurugi prayers. Upon summoning, we are going to get the effect of our novel, which is going to add to our hand a copy of our Miracle Raven. Yeah, this card has some amazing synergy with both Megalith and Mitsurugi, so slapping it in there in a pile with these two decks, engine archetypes, then definitely we know we're cooking with something, and it's gas. We can activate the effect of Prayer, tributing the Habikiri from our hand to add to our hand a Master, and then pay our 800 life points to special summon our Master. And then we're gonna get yet again another double chain link. Chain link 1, we're gonna go with Habikiri in the grave. Chain link 2, we're gonna go with the Master on the field to add to our hand our Kumo. Our Habikiri is gonna add our Mitsurugi ritual. And from there we can do some Mitsurugi stuff. You know, Mitsurugi is sent to the graveyard, ritual summon. We're gonna send to a Kusanagi and a copy of our Sword Knight Sword Serpent. A double chain link here is gonna trigger again. Chain link 1, our Kusanagi. Chain link 2 will be our Serpent. Kusanagi is gonna add to our hand our Mitsurugi ritual, and the Serpent is gonna special summon itself. Now from here, this is where the combo gets a little even spicier, because this is where we bridge into our Megalith. Yeah, you may be a little used to playing Ryzel and Ryzel now bridging due to Feral Imp into the Mitsurugi, but nah bro, this is where the synergy shows how spicy it is, because being that we have several level 4s on the field, we can either easily go into a Gallet Granite, which will grant us access into a copy of any of our our Megalith rituals, which I'm gonna go for a Megalith Hagith. This is our spell trap negation suture, but that's not what it is. It gets a little spicy because some of the new support we recently received for rituals, and thank you Konami is showing us some love as of late. We now have a card called the Ashland 0-1000. Basically you need 2 monsters, different types, to special summon this monster, and hey, we have a rock, earth, and then we have a dark reptile. And then all we have to do is reveal a ritual type monster from our hand, and then we can add another type of ritual monster from our hand with it doesn't have the same type and attribute. So I'm now gonna reveal the miracle, which is now gonna allow us to add go for our Aratron, which from this point we have a straight play into a Megalith line. As you can see, all this card is coming from one card net us all this we are seeing, and this is just halfway of the combo is very, very spicy. From this point now we can activate the effect of our miracle again, ritual summon itself by tributing this card of the field. This card is a plus, just gonna return here for free. Why not? And then from here I'm gonna activate the effect of the Aratron. Unfortunately this simulator doesn't allow us the very spicy play where we can utilize Unform, the Megalith quick play ritual card with this card, so we cannot cheat out our monsters. So we are just forced to play very cheaper combos for the lack of a better word. Yeah, because we can't be super explosive because of the limitation of the simulator. Unfortunately it sucks, but hopefully this gets sorted out very soon in the near future, where we can play this deck at its full power, because now we're playing a handicap because we are unable to activate such an interaction. From at this point, we are going to ritual summon by sending our Aurotron and tributing our Raven to ritual summon Hagi from a hand. Yet again, we are going to get a double chain link. Chain link 1 is going to be Hagif. It's going to give us that search the Megalith card. And when the Miracle Raven is actually tributed for a ritual summon, it allows us to add a ritual card monster to our hand, which is super spicy, bro. This card is very nice, very nice. I'm been loving the ritual support. From here, we are gonna add our Magician of Black Chaos Max. This is our wing corner. Yeah. We played Megalith, like, and calling this your win con is somewhat crazy, but it just adds to the ceiling and just forces the opponent now to just not enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh as much as they should be. But once we break in meta back, we don't care, because meta does that to us budget players all the time. So we are quite fine. This is clearly justified. This is clearly justified. Add our max to our hand, and then we're gonna add a copy of Unformed to our hand, also from our Hagif. Now I'm gonna keep this combo as simple as possible. It is possible to extend to get the same end board, but to have more resources. But yeah, let's not go down that rabbit hole. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. So I'm gonna keep it as simple, very simple as possible. So we're gonna go into an Unform, which is we allow us to ritual summon the Megalith Fool from the deck, and then with Megalith Fool first effect, which allows us to add a ritual monster from the graveyard to our hand. When it's ritual summon, we're gonna add a copy of the Habakiri back to our hand, which changes it to a level 8, which is quite important. From here, we're gonna activate the second effect of Fool to allow us to ritual summon a Megalith monster from the deck, where we're gonna go for one of the new support, the Megalith Oak, the Fulok, Megalith Fulok, which once this card is ritual summoned, it allows us to return a Megalith card from the graveyard to our hand. We are gonna go with a copy of Unform. This card does have the very flexy effect where you can ritual summon one of your Megalith cards from the graveyard. So full basically ritual summons from the deck, and the Fulok ritual summons from the graveyard, which is nice. So we're gonna ritual summon our Hagif back to the field. Hagif is now gonna give us this nice search, and this is what's great about Megalith cards. These are not one person effect. That's quite nice. We are gonna go for the emergence. Yeah, I always say this: once this card is in rotation, you are not dead as a Megalith player. You will continue playing. Doesn't matter what the opponent does, unless this gets banished. But hey, bro, trust me, when this card is in rotation, you are flexy as can be. All right, from here we have completed the Megalith flying, and now we are gonna go into, now why I like leaving this card face up on the field, in the event the opponent does need Bureau, this is gonna get us a search and come back, and then we can just go into the Mitsurugi ritual line, you know. So kind of like, you know, he helps a little. From here we are gonna ritual summon using this card our Kumo of the field, so we can get our Futsu. Boom, we're gonna get a search to the Omnigate Trap right here, and then we are gonna special summon our Kumu from here. From here, I'm gonna activate this card. Typically, I love doing the entire Megalith lines first, but unfortunately, I left this part out. But that's fine. So we can go into a copy of our Oak. Boom, from here, it gives a draw. You have 4 cards in your hand, so you can basically take that draw and discard a card. But being this one card combo, I'm just keeping it very simple, very simple. This here, guys, is your end board. We still have extenders. This can still special them itself. There are still cards you can maybe go in. You can maybe go into an SP to go into a Diamondo or SP Knight, sorry, IP or whatnot. But nah, I'm keeping it very simple. At this point here, guys, we are all safe, right? Let's see how exactly this turns out, right? Because now, during your opponent's turn, this is where Yu-Gi-Oh gets very painful. Because I don't know if I have mentioned to you guys, this card has 2 effects. Unlike Fulok or Fool, this one ritual summons from your hand. But what's different about this one, it ritual summons any ritual monsters, as opposed to Hagif and Ophiel, which is the level 4s of the Megalith. They can only ritual summon Megalith monsters, and they're not quick effects. This is a quick effect. Now, upon main phase 1 starts, we are gonna be straight up going into a copy of our Chaos Max, utilizing now 2 level 4s. Boom. This is gonna start a double chain here, because whenever a ritual monster is ritual summoned, we have the effect of the Ashland. Yeah, this is quite a nice effect. This has actually 3 effects. This has a bounce back, this has a nice search, and this also allows us to trample with our ritual monsters. So chain link 1 here, we can tribute while about this signature, we can tribute any of these monsters. They are gonna return, and also we're gonna get a search. But just to keep it safe, just remove this card on the field so the opponent doesn't find a way to negate this effect, because this effect is super important. When the tribute itself, there's no loss here, and then chain link 2 is gonna activate this effect to bounce this card back to the opponent's hand. Now, the opponent now is unable to activate any monster's effect for the duration of this turn. But let's say you're playing magic and trap. They are setting some nasty trap cards on the field. They are finding a way to make life a little harder for us, right? So we're just gonna activate our emergence to go into our full locks. Right? And I didn't mention it, but what's great about this interaction here, we have an Omnigate on the field. So in the case the opponent does try to interact with us with some way, we have an Omnigate, which is quite crazy. And yeah, this card is not a negate, but yeah, it's a neg 1 for the opponent, right? So the opponent does try and maybe set a few cards or play some continuous spells or whatnot. We go into the full locks, activate full locks effect, which allows us to ritual summon the Fool from the graveyard. Fool, once ritual summon, adds to our hand a ritual monster. Now from here, this is where we plus more. So we have 2 options. We can either activate Fool's effect and go into our Omni Negate, right, which now forces the opponent now again. So since they out of spell monster effects, they only have traps and spell, and we already have an Omni Negate. If we can either go for another Omni Negate, or based on how the opponent is playing, we can go for a copy of Before, tributing our level 8. Now what's great here, now we are gonna get a Certified Valkyrie. This is just a free Certified Valkyrie, and also the effect of Before is gonna trigger where we can destroy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards on the field, guys. 5 cards on the field. So we're breaking the back of 5 cards on the field. We negging the opponent one when you try to activate a card with Kumo. We have an Omni Negate on the field, and also the opponent is unable to activate the effect of monsters. Bro, this is drop kick that like if you receive any value from this video, guys. Subscribe for more spicy content like this.